Hello, and welcome to the Fourshade Studios podcast.
It's episode 29.
Whoa! That was probably really loud, sorry.
Kill the viewers' eardrums.
I'm a viewer now.
I'm a viewer. I'm a viewer. We're all viewers. All right.
My name is Brock Ferguson.
I'm Blake. That's a sneeze.
I'm sorry. I'm Devin.
Hey man, we got some Nintendo news.
And a Poliwhirl.
Amen.
That's true, and love.
Get that swag. All right. We got some news in the Switch front.
There's a new Switch.
The opposite.
But,
of that.
not that.
There's an old Switch that looks new.
Not that either.
Okay.
Brock, take it away.
So, according to a very,
Clear up
very
this fake
reliable...
news.
According to Donald Trump, there's not going to be a new Switch this year, as in a new Switch model. So, like a Switch Pro, or a Switch Pro Lite, or a Switch XL Small.
Yeah.
None of that. We're just going to have the Switch and the Switch Lite.
Switch and Switch Lite.
Wait,
So
are
that
you
probably
saying-
means that Cyberpunk 20 whatever is not coming to Switch Pro.
Probably not.
Wait a second. Are you saying Donald Trump just as a replacement for the president of Nintendo? I just want to
Oh,
clear that up for myself.
No, Donald Trump actually.
He's tweeting
said-
about it. Huge news.
He's got a lot of stuff going on with the impeachment. He just likes to unwind with the Nintendo Switch.
Something about China.
Yes, stupid. I'm talking about the president of Nintendo. I'm sorry.
What do you think Donald Trump plays on his Switch?
Oh, he definitely plays Katamari.
Okay. Fitting somehow.
Probably also plays Arms, but
Sure.
while he's half
Yeah.
naked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Sure.
Is that a requirement for playing ARMS, or are you
Yes.
saying...
Yeah.
For Donald Trump, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, no new Switch this year. I'm happy about this, because I don't want to buy a new Switch, and I don't see why I need one yet. So that means when they make a new Switch, it be a 7 teraflop, 8K master of a machine.
That is true. I kind of like want them to put one out when like the tech is better.
I mean, yeah, that's basically my takeaway.
Are you gonna, if they do come out with a Switch Pro, are you gonna get it?
If they're exclusive games, yes.
What if there's not exclusive games, but games like perform better? Because that's like how it's been on like the PS4 and the Xbox One.
I'd have to see. Because by then also I'd probably want a new battery,
Yeah.
and that would be worth it.
My my PS4, whenever I play some of the newer games, it just sounds like an airplane like taking off. It like can't even like handle the games anymore.
It's like hyperventilating.
Doesn't surprise me.
So I don't know. I've like told myself like I have to get the updated version. And it'd be just nice to have two Switches.
So
You know.
we can play Stardew Valley together.
Like it wouldn't like not with the PS4 and the Xbox One, it's like if you have two, it's like okay, cool. You have to have two separate TVs to hook them up to, but like with a Switch, it's at least just easy.
Right.
Just play it in handheld mode.
But we
Especially-
also have two TVs, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm kind of glad that they're waiting because, like, what's the point, you know? They could make a new Switch, but this Switch, I feel like, came out so recently that it's just like, why? They don't need to.
Why?
Why?
I'd get another. You can pay for this one though.
Okay.
I don't want to buy both Switches.
I'm glad we're figuring this out on live TV.
Yeah. It's,
Live TV.
yeah.
Both.
Now-
of them.
We're live. We're doing
Now,
it
who's
live.
bet-
This is being
Yeah.
broadcast to everyone's house right now.
To
It's
Wait,
like
we're
the
not
moon. It's like the moon
satellite.
landing.
it's on TLC.
Yeah, because TLC
Oh,
does live shows.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a reality show of three people wasting the reality.
That is true. We're just wasting away, losing all grips on reality.
And it's the Learning Channel, and we're here to provide news.
Tender loving care, TLC.
Yeah. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
All right, so what else we got?
That's where we at. That's the only thing under news.
All right, that wraps it up for us today. Have a good night.
That's it.
See you in like a month, maybe.
Some other big updates were we got our last fighter for the first fighter pass, Byleth.
Another
And the
Fire
crowd
Emblem sword
goes.
character.
Yeah, I think you can tell by their reaction in the room.
You know what? So when it first was announced, I stopped paying attention to the video because I didn't care that much,
Yeah.
and I somehow missed the fact that he's not just another blue-haired Fire Emblem character, because he's got like 5 different skins with 5 different hair colors,
That
and
is
to
true.
me, that makes all the difference. And I'm only being half sarcastic here because one of them has like red hair, or no, not red hair. One of them has green hair, and I'm all about that one.
Yeah. Have you played the other skins of some of the other Fire Emblem?
No, nope.
I can tell.
I I know Roy's my boy,
Yeah.
and Earth is bad, so that's it.
I like Corin.
It's kind of weird because yeah, I was looking at Byleth skins and they're very similar to like Corin or Robin.
Mm.
It's like the same palette almost. It's like the same hair colors. It's
Is it
weird.
really?
Yeah, it felt kind of lazy on the skins.
I mean, it's
Okay, well
another
in that
Fire
case,
Emblem character. The whole thing feels lazy.
Yeah.
I hate Byleth too.
All right, sweet. Have you played as
But
Byleth any?
I have a bit, and actually I don't hate him because
I think their kit is pretty cool.
so the thing I've noticed, I think I said this when we first talked about Smash, but the difference between like the feeling of just moving every character has been way more pronounced in this game than ever,
Yeah.
and especially with the DLC characters too. Like, and I think Byleth exemplifies that just like the other DLC characters.
What do you mean by moving?
Like he feels heavy, but not heavy in the same way that Ganondorf feels heavy
Yeah, that's
when
true.
you're running around, or he's like an agile, heavy character. I don't
Right.
know how to describe it
Yeah,
better.
yeah. I know what you're saying because I felt the same way. I tested it out for the first time last night, and yeah, I was like, I thought, okay, this is like pretty powerful of a character, but yeah, they have to make them slow because of that. But it's like a different kind of slow. I don't know. Like they're like pretty agile in the air and stuff, but slow on the ground.
That whip though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like with him, you definitely have to time attacks
Oh
really
yeah.
well to get anything done.
Yeah.
You're not going to do a bunch of one-off punches. No, you're going to be charging a bunch of things,
Right.
which is interesting in its own right,
Yeah, for sure.
especially with this range.
So
So
do
once again, moveset's good. That
yeah,
saves him.
yeah, I like the moveset. And at first I was kind of like, are you kidding me? Like another Fire Emblem character? Like because I always think back to like the fighter ballot. For some reason I'm always like thinking like, oh, it's like we're gonna go off the fighters ballot. Whoever was the most popular, like Goku's gonna be in next. Not Goku, but
Yeah.
um so like this one it was just like, who asked for this? That's what I keep thinking to myself. Like no one no one asked for this.
Nintendo asked for this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that like it's kind of frustrating because it's like a lot of these characters have seemed like,
Advertisements.
yeah, just marketing. which it's smart to do, but like it feels kind of bad, you know?
Yeah, but like with Joker, they're not even following up on the marketing, just giving a spin-off game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's weird.
Joker's cool at least. Like I feel like Joker's
Unique at least.
like unique enough and just like such an iconic character, I guess, from Persona 5 that people are at least happy with it, and it's like it's different, I guess.
It's different.
I think that's the point that frustrates people, or like if they it decides if they like a character or not, if they're unique enough. And I don't think Byleth is unique enough, but still has a kind of a cool kit.
They like know he's not unique enough. They even make a joke in like his little reveal trailer that
Yeah.
he's another Fire Emblem character.
I did think that was funny though.
Yeah, I was literally typing that to a friend when he said it, so
Yeah.
I had to stop typing.
Because well, it's they did that purposefully because like in the reveal trailer they only showed sword
His sword.
fighters and only the sword, and
Yeah,
they're like, oh, just another sword fighter, you're gonna get killed by all the sword fighters. And then they did the big reveal of all the different weapons, which it was smart, but I don't know, at first I was like, are you kidding me?
yeah. But oh, another thing. Once again, I think the stages for these DLC characters have been almost worth it just on their own
Right.
because they're basically Final Destination with different tiny, tiny variants, which
I
means
What's the Byleth stage? I didn't play on it yet. I don't remember
it's
either.
it's rotating through three different parts of like the main temple in Fire Emblem Three Houses, I guess. So the first is like the steps up to the castle or whatever it is,
Okay.
with fenders on the side that you can break. The second one is just literally a flat hallway, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
And then the third is a flat hallway with two platforms that appear. And it just rotates through those three.
How does it rotate? Does it is like what's the transition like?
I think it's I guess kind of like Delfino Plaza where the platform whips you up and then
Oh,
back
okay.
down.
Gotcha.
But it's not in a way that you could die from what I know. I didn't play on it either.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it
But
was like that other stage, that battlefield stage where you know how like the transitions like you're on top of that roof and there's all the
yeah,
fighting going on and then all of a sudden there's just like a white transition where there's just the ground and then you're in
right.
like
It's
that other room.
yeah, it's not quite that.
Well, that's good. I don't like when that. I like when there it's at least that platform comes up and picks you up and takes you to a different location.
Right.
So that's cool.
But really just my main takeaway is they're all playable stages where you don't have to turn up the hazards or anything.
Right.
And as someone who doesn't like playing only Omega or Battlefield stages,
Right.
those are perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Like I thought Banjo Spiral Mountain was cool because it is playable. Same with like the hero stage.
Yep.
So do we want to talk about moves? Yeah. No.
I don't care.
Moves.
The characters' moveset.
I don't know them well enough, unless so.
Um,
He
we can
uses
talk about
an
what we remember.
he uses an axe, a whip,
An
and
axe,
a
a
sword.
whip, a sword, and a bow, actually too,
And a bow, that's right.
and a spear.
Oh, yeah.
So okay, neutral B is your bow. If you
charge it.
you can yeah, it's chargeable. If you press it, it's like it turns blue and it shoots only a certain distance. It does like a little bit of damage. Um, but then if you charge it, it goes across the entire stage. Did you know that?
Kind of like
Yeah,
Link's
it's
bow.
a legit attack.
It's pretty sweet.
Actually, both, even if you don't charge it, it's way more of an attack than, say, like, Joker's B that does no damage
Yeah,
and it's just for spamming
I
or
I was testing that out in the training area, and I want to say like if you charge it all the way, it's like I think it's like 30 percentage,
yeah, I think so
something
too. It's
crazy.
you might not be able to kill with it alone, but you can.
Definitely rack up some damage. Um, Down B is like this big. Your weapon turns into like a big axe. Like that's the whole like gimmick is like you have all these weapons or your weapon transforms into different things. So your bow is your neutral B. Then I think your weapon transforms for down B into like this big axe swipe. Um, that is super powerful as well. It's like 30. Like it's like all the attacks are like 30 percentage. And that has like huge like knockback or something. Like when I was doing it, I was just like smacking people across the stage. Up B is one of the coolest, I thought.
OP is what it is.
So it's basically similar to Samus's or Dark Samus. No, Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Zero Suit Samus's recovery, she kind of like uses like a lasso and like can grab onto the stage and it pulls her back up. This one's this like very similar, like the sword kind of like extends into like this whip, and you use that to grapple up to the top, and it's crazy. Like the recovery range is nuts. You can be like at the very bottom and like somehow recover still. Um, and you can also use it at like on the edge of a stage. So let's say you're fighting on like a building or something that's squared off. If you hit the edge of the building, you hit the edge and like you kind of get pulled towards the edge, and then it like pops you up a little bit, and you can do that up to 3 times.
It's such a weird addition.
It is
Like
weird.
I wonder why they decided that needed to be there. I'm
I
not
don't know.
complaining. It's just
It is weird. It's like because like on Final Destination, you can't really use the on the side. There's not enough of a ledge for you to like do that special thing where you can recover 3 times. But like if you hit under the stage, you can like hit the bottom side of the stage, and then it like pops you back up, which is pretty
did
nuts.
not know that.
Yeah. Um, but using the recovery as an attack is kind of cool too. I was like messing around with it last night. Have you seen that at all?
No, I didn't actually know it did anything.
It's kind of hard to you have to time it pretty well because you have to Byleth like throws like the whip up and it only hits in like like where the end of the whip would appear. So
Yeah.
your opponent has to be where the end of the whip is.
You
But
basically have to be right underneath them.
yeah, it's kind of like you have to be right underneath them, but then like offset just a tiny bit, depending on the angle of the whip, because the whip doesn't go straight up; it goes like
Yeah.
at a side. So if you hit them, you grapple towards them, you get sent towards them, but then they get shot straight or not straight down, but down at an angle.
Oh, I do remember that from
So yeah. So I've seen it where people, I think you can do it if you get it in the air. Like, let's say you're fighting someone in the air, like off of the stage. You could like potentially grapple up to them and then shoot them down for like a death. But then if you hit them onto the stage, it does one of the, like the big like meteor smashes
Yep.
where they get
That's.
the
I'm sure that helps with combo. Better
Yes.
than me.
So yeah, it's cool. And then there's all the smash attacks. If you do down, it's your spear. If you go side smash, it's your lance. Has pretty good range. And up smash is your whip. You kind of like cyclone it out.
Did you mean
Yep.
down smash is your axe?
Yeah.
You said lance.
Side smash is your lance. But yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Sounds like a Fire Emblem sorty guy to me.
Yeah, you know, down B is your counter.
I'm sticking with corn.
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 So it is a lot. Yeah, it is a lot different than your normal Fire Emblem down B counter swordsman. So it's good.
Good.
It's a good one. People are saying that the axe is really OP, but we'll see. I need to play
They've
more.
done a pretty good job of just balancing everything so far, so I doubt it really is.
Yeah. I mean, it's powerful, but it's a really slow attack, so you should be able to dodge it.
If you're not a noob.
Amen. No noobs allowed.
This is no noob.
But really, the best part of this entire announcement is the fact that I can't be disappointed because it's not the last one.
Amen.
That's true.
I thought, yeah, I was really impressed by that.
I mean, I understand because it costs a lot, but you know, they
Yeah.
deserve it.
I was, because all along they said that they were gonna announce future fighters. We knew that, but I didn't expect there was gonna be 6 additional. I thought it was
Right,
gonna be like 3 or something, a handful of them.
right. I definitely thought the same thing. So we're talking about Fighter Pass 2, which is going to be next year, possibly more, and has 6 new characters,
Yeah,
and it's $30, which is the same as Fighter Pass 1, but
right.
$5 a character.
Yeah,
And for me, basically, it's $30 to keep another year and a half, just general hype of what's the next character going to be. Because even if the character's not good, I still have the like 2 months of hype, and it's worth it.
that's like almost what it is for me too. It's like the hype alone is, and the reveal alone is like what like makes me happy. Like I love
And
playing
then,
as the character, but like all the hype leading up to it is just as fun.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
So,
on because you gotta have all the characters if you're gonna like host a Smash party. So
Yeah, you can't leave out someone's main, of course.
so, do you think they're gonna make another Smash game since they're just adding characters to this one?
For
I hope
Switch,
I don't know.
not for Switch for
Not for
sure.
Switch.
I don't even know.
they port this for another generation and just make it.
That's I almost feel like they have to.
Because I don't really understand the point of like making a completely new game
Yeah.
if all they're doing it because it's followed the same formula. They're just adding more characters.
Well, the thing is, if whatever the next Nintendo console ends up being, and if there's a Smash for it, they can't get this roster. They're not going to get this roster back.
No, not for licensing, not for all the work that it takes, not for lots of
Right.
reasons.
There will be characters left out. So like I feel like this really is like leading up to be like the definitive version.
I hope
And
It's kind of
that's
crazy. I
if
don't
they
know.
do make a new Smash, all new characters.
All new.
Yeah.
Not even like Mario. Not even.
Yeah. Fuck Mario. I mean,
W-
screw
wait a-
Mario. Sorry.
I could see them doing the original 8 and then all new.
Yeah.
That might be what you'd have to do.
That would make people so mad though.
It would, but what else do you like? Yeah.
I really don't know. I don't have a good solution, but that would like I feel like kill the franchise.
They've made plenty of money. They can kill it now, just like Mario Party.
Sure.
Smash 20 is going to come out. We're like, oh god, can they finally go to the Smash Ultimate formula? Like,
Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Maybe after a while everything will go into like public domain, so they can just use any character ever.
Can't wait for Mickey Mouse and Smash coming in 2050.
That's right. Yeah. With that goofy ultimate.
One of the taunts is hot dog. It says hot
dog.
dog.
But and didn't they say that the Fighters Pass 2 they'll be just constantly releasing over 2020 characters?
Yeah, that's all we know. I don't think they even limited it to 2020.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't hear all the details about it, but if you if you pre-order it, you get a bonus, kind of like how you got Piranha Plant last time. You get a Mii Fighter costume, and it's the ancient armor from Breath of the Wild. It looks pretty good, but I wish it wasn't Mii Fighter armor.
I wish it was Wolf Link instead.
A new character.
We're not having this
Yeah.
conversation again.
Yeah, we've
I
already
will
hashed
always
this out.
have this conversation.
I did think it was cool, some of the skins for the Mii Fighters that they added with this last release.
I
Cuphead?
think Cuphead might actually get me to play the Mii shooter, which I've never played, or Mii gunner,
It looks so good.
and a music track with it, which I'm all about.
Right. Um, that's the thing that kind of sucks is like Saiyans and Cuphead, their models look so good, but they're Mii Fighters.
Just imagine, just in your mind,
Yeah,
forget that it's a Mii fighter.
I know. I like almost need to. If only they were actually in the game.
Wow, you're pouting.
I'm pouting. It is cool that they get representation, though.
Yep.
They could very well just have been like, nope, since they're not a character, we're not going to include them at all.
Nintendo definitely didn't have to these
Yeah.
those devs,
Yep.
those puny little indies.
Yep. But it's smart too. All right. So Smash stuff. Keep looking out. 2020. Get the Fighters Pass if you want 6 extra characters and some skins.
And a guaranteed Wolf Link because
Yeah, it's coming. We know it's coming. Do we have any speculation for any of the 6?
no, we're not doing that again. We've done that like 4,000.
Well, yeah, but we have to cross a character off our list. I mean, we knew
Wolflink.
Byleth was coming, so
Okay,
we can
so
already cross
so
that off.
Wolf Link.
number one spot. We know yours is Wolf Link. Mine is now, after many thoughts, Chibi Robo.
Chibi Robo, okay. Will it be to scale, or will they scale it up like Olmar?
It will be Olimar sized about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Zelda, but from Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Katamari.
Okay.
You have a lot of number ones.
Yeah. I think they'll go Goku.
Well, then Shrek has to be the last
They'll
one.
tie in that new Kakarot game that just came out. Kaka Carrot Cake.
Shrek, I would only download if All Star was a song for the stage.
They won't do Shrek as an actual character, but they'll do it as Mii Fighter.
The
They'll-
character will be Donkey.
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 They'll do Donkey Skin as a
Or
Mii
Bunkley.
Fighter. They'll do Big Yoshi.
I would play Big Yoshi.
One thing I was thinking about is, do you think they'll... Saiyans and Cuphead have both been skins for the Mii shooter? I don't know what it's even called. The Mii Gunman? Mii Gunman?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to do some for the fighter and for the swordsman?
I haven't actually paid attention. I think they just do it based on what fits the character best, not really picking.
Yeah.
It's not like
I just noticed
Yeah.
that and I thought it was weird. I didn't know if there was speculation on that.
Why isn't Birdo in Smash?
Birdo?
Yeah,
I don't know.
he would be perfect.
Same with Waluigi. Maybe they'll go back to Nintendo characters.
That'd be pretty
Goomba for
crazy.
Smash.
Sakurai retires by releasing Waluigi.
That's the last character. That's the last.
No, the last character would literally be Sakurai.
I wish.
It would be
I could
Iwata.
An official skin.
a skin, no, a full-fledged character, just like a literal human, Sakurai.
Do you just press one button and you win? Take you to the win screen.
His final smash is him playing with 2 controllers.
Playing with 4
Oh
controllers.
god.
He's like playing with his feet.
We have other things to talk about.
No,
No.
never.
What is Smash Brothers?
We do have other things to talk about. So
How many
Pokemon.
pounds have you? Oh, okay.
I don't know what you just said.
I said how many pounds? Of course.
Pounds.
How
Yeah.
many pounds are you?
I'm all the pounds. So Pokemon,
Gotta catch 'em all.
the wild area is coming out with a new update for raid battles. It's going to be starting January 31st. It's Milcery. So yeah,
Is that a Pokemon?
it is. It's the milk one.
It's the one before Alcremie.
Yeah, it's the one for the cake one.
Ah, okay.
So yeah,
How convenient. Because I'm drinking milk right now, so I'm already ready.
I love
Beautiful.
milk.
So that will be in Max Raid Dens, and you can catch a Gigantamax Milcery.
Can you actually catch it though? Because
Why could you not?
I've tried catching Gigantamax things so many times.
You're a noob.
And they all fail.
Everyone's saying you're a noob right now that's listening.
Who? Who is listening? This isn't recorded live.
I've caught 1,000,000.
No, you haven't.
I've got a lot of Gigantamax ones.
Really?
He's got a lot. I can vouch for
We
him.
were in raids. Me and Brock were raiding up.
I'm peeved.
So that's a
Pee?
thing. Pokemon Home is coming out.
Cool.
They
So when
just
does
released the news on this. It's launching in February.
There's a free version and a paid version. The paid version lets you store 6,000 Pokemon. And I don't know why in God's name you need that much storage space for Pokemon.
well, if
I
you're
don't know.
catching raid Pokemon like Blake is,
Yeah, I think my bags are about full. I need to deposit 6,000.
The only ones I care about are Alola Ninetales and my shiny Ninetales. That's
Alright.
it.
Well,
All-
you can import those.
All dogs, all the time.
So let's go through some of these details for the peeps that don't know.
Ooh, and then I could breed a shiny Alolan.
I don't know.
Ninetales.
Brock doesn't know. So there's two plans: the basic plan and the premium plan. Basic plan is the free plan. So anyone can just download Pokemon Home. You can buy it, or you can download it for free on
buy it for free.
You can buy it for $0.
on the App Store, the
Like-
iOS and Android.
Oh,
What
yeah,
about the Windows App Store?
I don't know on that yet.
You're screwed.
Sorry.
What about the Nintendo Switch App Store?
I think there is gonna be a Nintendo Switch app that you can get. You have to go to the shop and get it. I think there's gonna be a update or something whenever it comes out, so it can integrate it. But
Integration is good.
it is good. So the basic, you can store 30 Pokemon, which is a decent amount. I mean, for free.
Just transfer them around. Yeah, sure.
Well, and you can make as many accounts as you want.
Oh, people are definitely gonna.
Yeah. I think it's on the Switch. It's tied to your Nintendo profile or something. So as long as you have multiple profiles, you can make as many as you want. So you can definitely get past the limit. You can place up to 3 Pokemon in the Wonder Box. I'm assuming that's like Wonder Trade. Don't know if you're into that. Cool. And you can place one in the Global Trade System. And how that works is you put a Pokemon up and you ask for another Pokemon. So this is how you can, instead of like in Sword and Shield, where you can just link with someone and hopefully you're on the same page and trade something that you both want, you can actually kind of put what you're looking for and put the Pokemon that you're willing to give away.
And this is how they've done it in the past. I don't know why
Yeah.
they went to this weird one in Sword and Shield. It's a much more efficient way to trade.
It is much more efficient. I don't
for
know
Pokemon.
why we don't have that.
I heard some complaints about the World Trade
Global Trade System?
I almost said World Trade Center.
Not that.
But I don't know what the problem is. Like, it's so much more,
I don't know.
like, fair. I mean, yeah, people will put, like, a Caterpie and ask for Arceus or whatever, but, like, just don't trade with them. That's stupid.
I don't know.
People like being able to scam people.
That's what I don't know. I don't know if it's like they're concerned about people asking for like rare Pokemon and they're actually hacked or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like that could very well help it happen in game. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a way better way to trade. I don't know why they didn't just have this be how to trade stuff in the first place, but
yeah. So to me, those are the big things. For premium, it's $16 for 12 months, or you can do $5 for 3 months, or $3 for 1 month.
So what you're saying is this is just as expensive as Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah. Or it's free. You decide to go that route. So you can store 6,000, like we said earlier, with the premium version. You can put up to 10 in your Wonder Box. You can put up 3 for Global Trade System. And yeah, those are the big things. So are you sold? Are you going to get it?
I have zero use for such a service. So, yes, I'm going to give Nintendo my money because they deserve it.
Perfect. So, the Pokemon that you can feed into Pokemon Home are Pokemon from Pokemon Bank, which was the service that kind of predated this. Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield, Pokemon from Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, and Pokemon from Pokemon Go. That's coming soon. Pokemon Go integration is coming soon. It won't be out at release.
But what about Pokemon Heart Gold?
Probably not.
You're out of luck.
Unless you are able to somehow get them all put into Pokemon Bank and then transfer Pokemon Bank to
That makes more sense.
Pokemon Home. Because Pokemon Bank was a 3DS based app. Was not on Switch, was not on the phone. One kind of caveat though is you have to have the premium version to transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Bank. If you have the free version, you cannot transfer from the old system, Pokemon Bank.
That's how they're going to get you.
Yeah. So, and that's the weird thing. What I was kind of thinking about is like, let's say you get premium for the first month or something. You import 6,000 Pokemon, and then you let your subscription lapse. How does it handle that?
I'm sure there's going to be like a grace period of 3 months or something to prevent people from doing that, but they've got to have one.
Because you can only have 3 or 30 deposited with the free version. I wonder if there's like a special box that only has 30, and it's like, this is your free box. If your subscription lapses, these are the only 30 you can access.
Man,
I
that
don't
would
know.
be a someone's gonna lose all their Pokemon either way.
They definitely are. They're gonna transfer like all 6,000. They're probably gonna get like all shinies or like perfect IVs from Pokemon Bank, and it's just gonna be like, see ya. So that's the thing.
Definitely a thing.
I'll be sticking with the free version.
Now, when they come out with Pokemon Mansion, and I can give my Pokemon a first class storage option,
Right.
count me in.
All right.
Because not Empoleon, I'm still on Platinum. Because
Empoleon. Okay.
no,
You just killed your Pokemon. They're not gonna be going to Pokemon Mansion anytime soon.
Your friendship with them just went way down.
Yeah, your friendship tanked.
Inteleon. That's what I was thinking of.
Empoleon and
Sexy
Teleon.
Lizard.
That's right. Sexy Spy Lizard.
She deserves the best.
Only the best.
I don't care about my Inteleon. It's in
Yikes.
my
That's
box.
a big yikes.
Ugly.
And you care about dogs. You probably don't actually care about those either.
Yeah, they probably just sit in your bank.
My Ninetales right now, definitely going in a box.
Box.
And probably
Creighton that boy.
Manectric.
Probably.
I gotta get my Alolan and regular Ninetales.
Regular.
Regular. Well, it's not even regular, it's shiny.
Ooh.
It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful shiny there is.
Beautiful shiny boy.
It's silver and blue.
Alright, so Pokemon has got some stuff coming.
Hooray.
What else we got, Brock?
Do you have something else? I don't think we have anything.
Alright,
Okay, bye.
Oh,
no news.
we have Killer Queen because we finally bought that.
Oh yeah.
We can talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about our how we have been able to play this before it even was on the Switch.
So, because we used to live together in a hip, cool city, our hip, cool city had a cool arcade bar, which had a game that took off like half the arcade called Killer Queen.
It did. It's massive.
And while not good at this game, man, did we spend a lot of money because man,
Yep.
was it fun.
Yep.
I remember when we were playing that, we were like, this would be great on the Switch.
Yeah.
And
this
look
would be-
where we are now.
We are the oracles of the future. So yeah, Killer Queen, we played the arcade version, and now Killer Queen Black is out for the Switch. And I don't think it's fair to call it a
port?
It's the same game, but it's definitely been like either very heavily tweaked or very heavily remade because a lot about it's different.
So what is different? I haven't looked too much into this because I kind of was assuming that it was going to be exactly how the arcade cabinet was.
Well, everything's much more as far as how you
Say that one more time. You're cutting out a little bit.
just general movement and everything is flow. It's a 4-on-4 match, not a 5-on-5 match.
Okay.
There are 5 different stages. It's pretty nice.
Right.
And when you become a warrior, you can get a gun, you can get a ball on a chain, and you can get, a bunch of different things that you couldn't get.
So there's different weapons besides just like the sword that there was.
Yep.
Huh.
Generally the rules though are the exact, but I think just what makes it feel so different is the pacing is so different because of all of those changes I just listed.
Right.
So games don't last very long at all, and it's set to be a best of 5.
Right. So do you wanna talk about all the ways you can win? You wanna give a little synopsis of what the game is in general?
No, everybody knows what this obscure arcade game is.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
Killer Queen is named Killer Queen because you are playing as a queen and her 4 or 3 little minion guys, and you are trying to beat the other team. And what makes Killer Queen fun is you can win in 3 different ways. So you have to strategize
Yeah, boy.
to figure out how you're going to counter the other team as well as win in your own way. So, number 1 is a military victory.
Yeah.
You want to take it? What's a military victory?
That's the part. This is actually the one that I'm least familiar with. I know you kill people. Yeah. You killed it.
That
Oh,
is
you
what,
kill their queen 3 times.
3 times, and the queen is dead,
Right.
and you win
So your
immediately.
warriors have to kill the queen, which is like an uber powerful
Very
thing
powerful.
that kills
Yeah.
like the drones and things, the workers.
And then number 2 is an economic victory, by far my favorite, which is made up of gathering these little berries and taking them back to your base.
I
And
like that
usually you
one.
have to get like 10 to 15 of these berries.
Yep.
And it's just fun because you get to avoid all the people with guns and knives and run around the entire thing.
Yep.
The last victory is
This is my favorite.
what's the title of it?
I think it's just snail.
It's a snail
I
victory.
don't know what it's actually called.
The military, economic, and the snail victory, where you ride this incredibly slow, because it's a snail across the map to its goal. And this is difficult because if someone attacks you, you can't defend yourself and you die and the snail stops. If someone gets in front of you, the snail stops. If anything happens at all, the snail stops.
Right.
So this is a very hard thing to do.
But if other people are paying attention to the other objectives, you can make progress on your snail, and it's another way to winning.
Right. So if you work together and really play like a team,
A queen
you
team.
can be the killer queen team that
Yes.
wins. And it's fun because it's cooperative and you yell things at each other. You
Yeah.
can still do that on the Switch because there's voice chat somehow.
Oh
You
wow.
know,
I
they
like
managed
that.
to do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That surprises me.
I know. So Killer Queen Bat Black is that game, but with a couple additions that make it better.
That's sweet. Um, can't remember what I was gonna say now. But so it has voice chat. It's pretty sweet.
You're stuck on that.
I kind of am. Like I'm kind of mesmerized because I would never have thought that it had voice chat.
Killer Queen is confirmed better than Smash.
That's right. Is there like multiplayer like couch co-op or anything?
Yes, they just added so you can play a 8-player game on couch co-op, which is
So
big
like
to me.
2 teams of 4.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So if you are planning a giant road trip to say Orleans and are going to have a lot of people in a car,
Yeah.
it would be perfect for that.
So can you control with just one Joy-Con?
Yep.
So if you have 4 switches, you could theoretically do this.
What do you mean? If you had one Switch, you could do this.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
You need four
At
switches.
first, I don't know why I was thinking that. I was thinking, okay, you have 4 switches. That means you have 8 Joy-Cons.
You're just
you're
doing
good.
math.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually brought that back to downloadable play or whatever that's called. You just
Yeah.
share it with one
Yeah.
cartridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Like on the DS.
Yep. So yeah, I
That's cool.
play.
Yeah. I want to get it now.
Well, it's probably not $10 anymore. So
That's fine. It's probably 15. I'll survive.
So yeah, good remake of a game.
Well, good. That game needs like more attention, in my opinion, because it's creative. It's really cool. I wish more like
So
competitive games had. I just like how you can win three different ways, and they're all so different.
yeah, and it's pretty simple to control, so anybody can kind of
Yeah,
pick it up
it's
if they have
very
to.
easy to pick up. I wonder if there's like a meta evolving.
I'm sure there is, and I'm gonna look at it because it'll remind me how crap I am.
Yeah. All right, Killer Queen. It's out. It's cool. All right. Well, I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna do it for us. That's all of our Nintendo news. No big
No,
things happening
don't say that.
ever. Nintendo's over.
Sakurai's dead.
So,
Nintendo's canceled.
so we have to know how before we go.
You cut out
you
that
cut
whole
out-
sentence.
You said we have to find out before we go.
Ring.
Ring Fit.
Oh my god.
Ring Fit? Yeah, it's going great.
No.
I'm the buffest man alive.
We have
I've
not touched it.
transcended.
That game, it sounded great in theory, but we've only played it like a handful of times.
Yeah.
last
I
last time
I failed the task miserably.
He has been working out though, so I guess it's okay.
It's just like
that's not the point.
I know. It's just like I don't know.
I think the setup of it is just
Some
like,
some days I want to play it, but like it's a lot to get set up, I feel like.
Why you
I
put
don't know. It's just that tiny little barrier to entry that it does have like kind of turns me off of it some days.
not even for like I don't want to go to the gym.
yeah, because I've had that thought because I've been working out more often. I'll be like, I don't feel like going to the gym. I'll just like play Ring Fit at home or something. And then I don't because I don't feel like setting it up.
The one thing that I hate is setting up the Joy-Cons. I don't know why, I just hate it.
I mostly hate the leg strap.
The leg strap one is the one that I hate.
Because I have to like strangulate my
Yeah.
leg.
If I don't put the leg strap on super tight and then I do the running in place, it just slides
It
all the way
falls
down
down.
my leg. And it's just frustrating.
Yeah. And it gets really sweaty,
Yeah.
which I'm getting sweaty anyway, but
So it's been a failure. It's been a huge failure.
Okay, bring it back here and I'll buy it from you for $5.
okay.
Yeah. That's how much I actually feel like this will be a game will actually go up in price a lot if you hold on to it for a while. I feel like no
You
one
tell-
got this game.
You tell yourself that, or you get fat.
Okay.
He's working out.
I should have. I'm about to go buy a copy of this and not open it. Keep it in a closet somewhere.
I mean,
Who
Yeah,
knows?
what a brilliant idea.
Who
You
knows?
do it.
like all those baseball cards you have.
That's right.
Hey, those are worth millions if you know the right person.
Yeah.
Blake
you
will
know.
never sell them, ever.
Yeah, I won't.
He's gonna be like, I'm gonna give these to my children, and then
And they're
they'll-
gonna give them to their children's children.
and nothing will ever get sold.
I'll start a museum of baseball cards. Of a million billion.
God.
So I think that's it. I just wanted to know about Ring Fit.
It's a failure. We can keep bringing it up every month or so and talk about how bad it's been going because I haven't been doing it.
I
Good,
like
you
that
need the
bit.
guilt.
That's right. But that's gonna be it.
We're gonna go watch Star Wars.
This has been the Fourshade Studios podcast, episode 29. You can find the podcast at All Things Podcast, Spotify, iTunes, all that jazz.
Jazz, 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 jazz.
That's it.
That's it.
Later.
Later.